If there's ever one movie that perfectly balances humor, emotions, real life with a little escape from the outside world, this would be it. I remember watching this movie as a kid on cable and instantly loving it for what it appears to be at face value. However, as I got older, I learned that this movie has so much more meaning, so much more depth, and a lot deeper than it appears to be, that till this day I'm still discovering and learning new things about it. Mrs. Doubtfire was released in 1993 and instantly became a classic amongst anyone who's a fan of the late and great Robin Williams. The basic premise of the film is that Daniel Hillard and his wife Miranda are having problems in their marriage, which eventually leads to a divorce. Daniel, played by Robin Williams, is a type of father who is in between jobs and often cited as a carefree and irresponsible person, as he always jokes around and never takes things seriously. Miranda, played by Sally Field, on the other hand, has a wealthy job and is considered the breadwinner of the family, yet this success is derailed by her lack of attendance at home, thus resulting her to be deemed as the strict parent, taking out all her stress on the family. With their 3 kids, Lydia, Chris, and Natalie, devastated by this outcome, seeing how they're extremely attached to their father, Daniel takes the extreme measures by secretly dressing up as an old lady to act as their babysitter, all for the purpose to just be around and spend more time with his kids, otherwise known as Euphigenia Doubtfire. Now, there's multiple ways to look at this film, and I'll do my best to convey my thoughts. The first way to appreciate this film is admiring and loving the brilliant acting of Robin Williams. His desire to fully commit to being this old lady really makes you believe she exists. You're often so mesmerized by the warm and loving nature of Mrs. Doubtfire and all of her comedic one-liners that you forget it's all a hoax. Cause only Robin Williams can pull off this much laughter, and honestly, there's so many golden moments that if I were to talk about it all, I'd just be spoiling the whole thing. Nonetheless, aside from all the heartfelt and hilarious comedy, some of my favorite scenes include putting on the bodysuit every moment he gets, cooking for the children and being set on fire, doing things that a normal grandma-like figure wouldn't do with his broad features, and shoving a cake in his face when his mask got destroyed. So as the movie progresses, the most important realization is Daniel being the father he should have been as himself, but instead is acting on it through a disguise. Even though through the divorce the kids even notice Daniel isn't even trying very hard to make the separation work, due to the fact that he has to find a new living arrangement, new employment, and stable income in order to get joint custody, which surprisingly he does on trial by getting a job at the TV studio. Despite all the good things happening and having 2 of the 3 kids discovering his identity, it still isn't enough as he can't let go of the facade he built. The second way to look at this film is the hard reality of what families go through, especially at the time of the 90s, when divorce wasn't so common, but heading towards the concept of becoming the new norm. Seeing how the divorce affected the kids plays a huge role mentally and emotionally, especially at a young age, because they witness the fallout of the family and how the 2 people they look up to the most, especially when it involved love, are no longer striving to keep it alive. Miranda's character actually isn't the villain per se, but her reasoning is completely valid. Sure, you can say she fell out of love and damage to family, but in the grand scheme of things, she was exhausted, she was burnt out, she would cry herself to sleep hoping that everything would be okay, yet is constantly broken trying to support her husband, the kids, and the whole house all on her own. Eventually, she just couldn't take it anymore after too many chances, and realizing Daniel isn't living up to his potential and holding his own weight around the house, reassuring that it was time to let him go. It sucks, I know, but that's also the harsh reality of life. So, in this case, we see her struggle to find a babysitter as she reignites romance with an old fling named Stu, played by Pierce Brosnan, who comes back into her life helping her realize it's time to move on, a concept that Daniel refuses to believe. Nonetheless, by the end of the movie, through all the crazy shenanigans of trying to be 2 places at once, such as a dinner with his boss to possibly explore a new TV series as Daniel, and the other with his family as Mrs. Doubtfire, eventually everything backfires in one sudden move, causing a furious Miranda to vacate immediately, and her facial expressions were priceless, especially seeing how she felt a connection and a certain love and respect for her children's babysitter to only find out it's her ex-husband in a woman's face mask. Yeah, I'd be pissed or shocked too. Nonetheless, sometime later, the judge rules Daniel to be criminally insane with his psycho behavior and delusions, that full custody ended up going to Miranda. However, after learning that Daniel is now using the Mrs. Doubtfire gimmick as the new host of a popular children's TV program, with a little understanding and a deep talk, both eventually come to terms as Miranda drops the case and allows Daniel to see the kids on selective days, as it was ripping them apart, but unfortunately, the divorce still remained. And honestly, this ending is extremely brutal, yet really a beautiful lesson about life. We get a narration from Mrs. Doubtfire about how sometimes parents getting a divorce leaves an impact on the child's mindset of blame, anger, and denial. further explaining that you, as the child, is loved and always will be by both of them, even if they aren't in love with each other. Family consists of many people, and as long as you have love, life will be okay. Overall, this movie is just wonderful. There's never a dull moment when watching this film, and often leaves myself to wonder how many kids out there related to this movie's plot. Yes, it is a comedy movie with a lot of laughs and magical moments to enjoy, but the underlying truth about divorce, falling out of love, and trauma as a child really plays a pivotal role and provides a valuable lesson in the aftermath. I love this movie and will always consider this my favorite Robin Williams film to date. Although he's no longer with us, his legacy will carry on through his movies, as they will continue to put a smile on my face and provide laughter when times get rough. Let me know in the comments below what you think of Mrs. Doubtfire, and I'll talk to you all next episode.